Hey Libra risings. Just trying to get this together, okay? This is Astro Dim here doing your 12 card spread for July 2018, okay? Now, I've been doing this only for this is my second month, so my audience is new to this, but basically what I'm doing is having a 12 card spread. Each card represents a house. Like in astrology, there's 12 houses, and each house represents a sector of your life. Okay? And so what I'm doing is using astrology and tarot to kind of describe how Libra risings July 2018 is going to be. Okay? So I'm just going to say a quick prayer while shuffling so I can get the best reading for you guys. Okay? Okay. It's definitely my time to cut. Overall card for Libra risings is, why is it doing that? Sorry. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I don't get the lagging, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, it's done. Um, First card is the Hierophant, the first house. Second card is the Eight of Swords. Third is the Hangman. Fourth is the Wheel of Fortune. All these major arcanas, guys. Yikes. Fifth is the Fool. I'll leave the right. Sixth is the Knight of Wands. Seventh is the Three of Pentacles. Eighth is the Eight of Cups. Make sure y'all can see. Can see it? Okay. 9 is the Seven of Pentacles. 10 is the Judgment. 11, Justice. And 12 is Star card. Wow. Okay. I just want to make sure things are right for you guys. Okay, sorry about that. So these are the cards that I have for you, Libra risings, okay? So, overall card for you. First of all, let's talk about how many fucking major arcanas you have. This is a power last month for you, Libra risings. Of course, I think there's going to be. Is there going to be two eclipse this month, right? And then you're squaring Pluto, and your rising is squaring Pluto and Saturn. So that's cardinal signs have been struggling. I'm a cardinal sign sun, and so we definitely have been struggling. Um, but it looks like this is going to be like transformative energy that's happening. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fucking major arcanas Let's talk about this, alright? So, let's just start off with this. Overall energy is the Ace of Pentacles. So, you're going to be having a new beginning financially. Somehow, it could be you getting a new job, it could be you leaving a new job, either voluntarily. It could be you getting a new income stream, you realizing your talents and hobbies and you making money off of it. Something is going to be changed within your income, okay? And it's going to be a beautiful new beginning. It seems like God is just handing you a coin. Okay? God is handing you the coin and you are appreciating it and loving it. Okay? So this is a good energy to have. And so again, overall, the energy is going to be focused on you having this new beginning financially. Okay? Now the second overall card slash the first house card is the Hierophant, which is the Taurus card. And Taurus represents not only self-worth but material worth. So this whole idea of you kind of focusing on money in July is very, very strong already. Now the first house, it's not just the overall energy of the chart. Sorry, y'all. My YouTube is tripping. I don't know why. But anyways, you may be coming off a bit more curvaceous because Venus is involved. Venus really not only makes you curvy in the body, but also makes you more beautiful. So you're coming off as more beautiful, more pretty, more curvaceous if you're a woman. But if you're a man, you're definitely becoming more charming and beautiful as well. Okay, so that's dope. But overall, with the Hierophant is kind of like the male high priestess, kind of like the man that he's like sets the law of the land, kind of. You know what I mean? And so you may be having that type of feel towards you. Not, of course, when it comes to big groups of people, but more towards yourself. You're trying to kind of stabilize yourself. Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is a more eccentric, more random, more quirky type of energy, and Taurus really probably doesn't know what the hell to do with Uranus at the moment, and so it's trying to stabilize it. And so I can see that energy coming through over here. Okay. Second house, you have the Eight of Swords, and so you see how this guy is kind of juggling these swords. Um, Hi Phil. um, just saw your comment. How you doing? So you see these this or thought patterns. I can see you getting a bit worried, particularly when it comes to second house things, which is not only material worth but your self worth. Okay, and so when it's specifically with your self worth, you probably are neglecting kind of self care to make you feel more worthy. You're neglecting taking care of yourself in general. You're so busy worrying about other stuff that you can't really focus on yourself. It could be too that you're trying to find yourself too, and so you're juggling all these ideas of yourself, and you don't know which idea will make you feel the most worthy. Another thing too, this could definitely show someone juggling energies of different income ideas, different income streams, different like different even jobs. You know what I mean? Like if you have multiple jobs, you're trying to juggle it all. You have all these hobbies, and you're just having a hard time trying to stabilize your money, your material worth, the money front. And so swords are involved. That means it's definitely a lot of thought, and that's included to it. You may be stressed out. The thing is that I always notice about this card though is that how normal and calm this guy is. Like this is normal to be stressing out and having carrying all these things all the time, having all these thoughts and just easily juggling them. It's not normal. It's not good. Okay, Libra rising. I know you're an air sign too, but it's not good. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, try to delegate and try to be more routine and organized so you don't have to worry about this type of stuff, because once you're more organized, routine, and you delegate, not only are you relaxed, but the money's going to come in a little bit more easier, okay? Third house is the Hangman. This is an interesting card to have for the third house. Hangman is just so simple. Um, this guy is not only just hanging upside down, but he's kind of like, whatever with it, which the Hangman card always cracks me up. He's in a predicament where he can't get himself out of. It really reminds me of Pisces, the whole fish tard phrase. Please don't get offended by it, guys. But it kind of reminds me of that, where you're just stuck in this perception of illusion at the moment, and you can't get out of it. So you're just sitting there and just letting the universe, like surrendering to the universe, kind of. You know what I mean? And so he's not gonna freak out that he's like hanging. He's just gonna let it happen and kind of go with it. But the thing is, because he's upside down, his whole perception of his surroundings and of life is a little bit confusing. So, with all that being said, you may be disillusioned with your thought process. You may be disillusioned with your communication. Um, the third house also represents siblings, so you may have some weird communication with your siblings as well. Um, you may even have a weird perception with your community, because that's definitely third house, and you may want to move for some reason this month. You're just getting tired of it. That could happen that way too, but regardless, this energy is kind of reminding me of not only Pisces but Neptune and Neptune retrograde. The reason why it's Neptune retrograde is because, yes, Neptune will cause you to be disillusioned, especially if it's aspected weirdly. But what it's also doing too is the retrograde part is them being stuck in this hanged position. You can't do anything, you're stuck. And it's forcing you to reflect on your surroundings and reflect on your intuition and reflect on spirituality. Okay? So, with all that being said, may having and thinking, you may be disillusioned with your communication and thinking. Please think before you speak, okay? You might offend someone by accident, you may hurt someone by accident, um, you may think something and put yourself into a crazy amount of stress, and it'll just be like, what's the point when things are going to work out in your favor anyway? I mean, you got Ace of Pentacles as your overall card. So be careful with that card. I don't know why, this gave me a lot of interesting energy there. This is a heavy, but not in a bad heavy way, but this is a heavy ass reading, Libra Risings. It really is. Wheel of Fortune for the fourth house. As you know, fourth house means is the house of house, the house of home, family, your mother, your private thoughts, private moments, but also your deep emotions. Okay, so this with the fourth house, it kind of reminds me of like you having an amazing eureka moment. Causes you to realize something that you've totally been missing when it comes to your family. So I don't know why I thought of that, but it just made me think of that. Um, for some reason, I want to say this. I don't know why. If you've been having like hard luck with like adoption, like you've been adopted and you can't find your birth parents, or you're trying to learn more about your ancestry, the wheel might be turned into your favor too. Um, you're trying to renovate your house, trying to buy new furniture, trying to refinance your house, will be turned into your favor. Um, Good. And like, you know, with your deep emotion too, because the fourth house is definitely representative of representing that. Um, like you're gonna, this is gonna turn things to your favor. So a lot of like of the 3D things, a lot of the tangible things, gonna be kind of brought to you, or you're gonna have the opportunity to take advantage of it. And that is, in turn, is going to calm you down emotionally too. It's going to help you be able to focus on things that you want to focus on more on the emotional side. Okay. um Fifth house, the Fool. Oh my goodness. Wonderful, cool, new ideas, y'all. Very creative ideas when it comes to you know, just your self expression in general, like your talents, any hobbies that you have. You might even, yeah, you definitely would. I feel like you're definitely going to pick up some new hobbies in July. Um, but regardless, though, you're going to have a new beginning when it comes to your self expression. So I can kind of see like you fine tuning a talent and it's going to bring you into an amazing opportunity. And you're going to feel like, kind of like, this might be a little bit too much for me, or oh my god, everything's happening so fast and it's kind of scaring me. um you're gonna just be feeling like the fool, you know what I mean, like that I don't have enough experience or whatever. Don't think like that, just go for it. You see this card, how he, like, he has birds like flying around him near a cat. You know, a cat would usually like eat a bird early. So like it's giving you the energy like everything's gonna be fine. Like, yeah, you're being a little bit foolish, but what's life if you're not gonna just jump into certain things sometimes? You know what I mean? Um, but again, fifth house is very it kind of goes with the energy of how you express yourself. You express yourself in so many different ways through um, through your talents, through your hobbies, through how you dress, how you have fun. So you might even think of new ways of having fun and all that stuff. This also kind of reminds me of, you might be having a new family. I don't know if you might interested in adopting, interested in having children, but this is like in the fifth house is the house of children. So you might be having some new members of your family, or might be finding new members of your family too. Sixth house is the Knight of Swords. Hmm. So with the sixth house having the Knight of Swords, it's interesting because um, I feel like you're. It's just funny. It's cracking me up because remember how I was just complaining how you guys were just um, when it comes to like not only your self worth but your material worth, you're juggling too much. It looks like you're gonna finally also earth sign house, right? The house of Virgo, which is the house of routine, organization, things that you do in a frequency. You know what I mean? Things, anything that you do um, in a root at a routine basis. It could be going to work 5 days a week. It could be you going to the post office every other week. It could be taking a vacation every year. Anything that's done in a frequency, right? And so with the Knight of Swords, you're taking initiative and you're making changes. It seems like you can't really, they're both swords, which is funny, but it seems like you're having a real hard time trying to juggle everything and you're realizing it within this month, which is lovely. That I need to organize my life, I need to delegate, I need to just charge forward. Um, and not charge forward in action, but more charge forward in thought. You know what I mean? You're going to be definitely like thinking of new plans, new ideas on how to kind of organize your life, make it a little bit more routine so you won't be so stressed out. Okay? Um, seventh house has the Three of Pentacles. You are going, so this kind of reminds me of what I was saying here for the Fool card, and also with the Ace of Pentacles too. You're gonna meet somebody that is going to help you go up the ladder to get more funds. It's going to be step by step. It'll take a while. Remember, we're talking about pentacles here. Pentacles is slow moving energy. But the reason why I say you're going to meet someone that's going to help you is because the seventh house is the house of relationships. Any one on one relationship you have in which you have this kind of thing with this person. You know what I mean? So it could be um, romantic partnerships. It could be platonic, like best friends. I definitely see best friends in the seventh house opposed to 11th house. 11th house is more like acquaintances and regular friends. Um, but it could be business partners. It can be even open adversaries. You know what I mean? But you're gonna kind of connect with someone that's gonna be able to help you climb up the ladder of success, or what you see success is. Okay? They're going to help build you up. It's very connected to this Ace of Pentacles. of getting new beginnings, of getting some funds and the um, get into the opportunities that you want to get into, money and business wise. Okay, that's sweet. This card is interesting. Eight of Cups for the eighth house. Okay. Eighth house is the house of death and transformation, the house of intimately bonding with others. It's like real like intimacy. So instead of like, the fifth house would be like casual sex and dating. The fifth house would be that. The eighth house would be like making love and the partnership that you have between a lover. You know what I mean? Someone that you really care about. It also represents shared money too. So there's going to be a situation where you are going to move away. You're going to sell away. You're going to walk away from a situation. Okay, so it could be anything from a fight that you have within your family about some money, like an inheritance or a lawsuit or something. You might walk away. You might walk away from someone who you were once intimately bonded with, whether it's romantic or platonic. Um, it could be you walking away from money in some other way. Um, it could even be you kind of escaping death, um, or even escaping some type of, transformation. Because I always say, I've said this before in the other readings, that like, yes, um, these explain the energies that are happening so far, but we can always change the energy. So if there's a big transformation and you're trying to run away from it, you could possibly could. It'll be very hard. Oh goodness. Sorry guys. So um what I'm basically saying was trying to say is that the Eight of Cups is showing that you're walking away from a situation that you were strongly emotionally bonded with, and it's going to hurt, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. It's going to be tough, okay? It could be a person, it could be money, shared money. It's a type of situation. One relationship with two people, you know what I mean? Shared money, it's inheritance, but split up with different people, you know what I mean? It's something that's shared. Now, Seven of Pentacles for the ninth house. Ninth house, I see this as the house of different philosophies, foreign travel, foreign ideas, things that you've never, things that you haven't experienced growing up, and some things that you have to basically have to seek out yourself. You get a foundation and the procedure of how you got this final product of this plant. I feel like in this situation, into like a philosophy or an idea or something that's totally foreign and different from you, and you're really trying, you see the beautiful end product and it looks good, it seems nice on paper, but you're trying to kind of unmask the steps on how the final product end up being the final product, you know what I mean? um, you're trying to see what happened step by step, what made this flower. um, and so I can see you just basically digging deep on a idea or philosophy and trying to see how it got to where it is at this point and how it can get you to where you want to be. Okay. um, and it, it's connect is, this card actually reminds me of Virgo. Like, you can say like, well, this Pentacles is connected to like money and stuff, but I just think this card just generally is essence of a Virgo, because Virgos are very detail oriented. How this plant became the plant. Okay, so this is how you're going to be thinking when it comes to like, foreign ideas that are different from you, that you're trying to learn more about. And yeah, yeah. um, Judgment card for the 10th house. I feel like you are the butterfly in this situation, which is sweet. um, I feel like someone, it's kind of like a relay race for some reason. Ew, a fly. Sorry, y'all. um, like a relay race for some reason, and you were passed down this key, and now you have the keys, and you kind of know, you know, what you need to do to get the recognition and status that you want, because you know the 10th house represents recognition status, how people recognize you. And so that's why it's like connected to the career. And so I kind of see this as you were either passed down some ideas, passed down some responsibility or authority, and now you're like, it's your turn for the relay race, and now you're flying with it, and you're getting as much as you can with it, and you're working extremely hard, and people are seeing you, people are recognizing you for doing what you're doing in this relay race. Whether you do a good job or a bad job is up to you, but people have their eyes on you because you have the key, you have the stick. Okay. Justice card for the 11th house. Hmm. Has a friend did something? Has a friend like maybe done something weird to you, Libra rising? Is there a situation where someone within your network or your circle, even if it's someone online, happened directly to you or didn't happen directly to you, but somehow you're in the middle of it or somewhat in it? Um, I see that being a thing for you. People are kind of making you judge, jury, and executioner a little bit. You know what I mean? Amongst friends, they're wanting you to be the judge. They wanted you to, you know, kind of just be the justice system. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, um, and you might feel like this is too much responsibility for you, and I understand that. Kind of just, if you want to step away from it, step away from it. Just know that justice will prevail regardless on what you do. So whoever is winning, whoever is doing the good, they're gonna, you know, justice will prevail. This could mean too that you're kind of weighing out your network, seeing who are the oranges, who are the apples, how they can help you. You may be even perceiving other people's talents and trying to connect with them and make them in your network. You could be, people begin doing the same to you, looking at your talents, looking what you have to do, what you can actually do, and seeing how it could work out for them. It's a great networking card, I feel, but it's more of a networking card when it comes to the planning side, not people actually networking. You know, there's a lot of retrograde energy, so people ain't doing that much. Okay. Last but not least, the 12th house has the star card, which is beautiful. Um, Someone had the star card in the third house, and I felt like having it in the 12th house is probably awesome. As like, I don't want to say just as good, I don't know yet, but it's great. It's great just like how it is in the third house. Um, your angels and your guides are directly helping you, straight up. That's just what it is. They're giving you your stars, they're giving you your shine, they're giving you your blessings. Okay? What you need to do though is actually talk to them and connect with them and really connect with spirits, connect with universe, connect with the universal consciousness. Now, it's going to be quite interesting because with this whole Neptune retrograde, our intuition is a little bit wonky unless you were born under a Neptune retrograde. And it's because like what Neptune's trying to have us do is realize that, you know, energy is ever changing, and it's also trying to help us fine tune our intuition because energy is ever changing. You get what I'm saying? So no problem, Phil. So you know, this is kind of reminding me that Neptune wants you to basically better fine tune your intuition so you can get more and more of the blessings that you need to get. I feel like with this card, like regardless, you're going to get blessings, but it's best if you connect with your ancestors and with your guides who are helping you, who are giving you this love. And the more attention you give them, the more they'll give. Okay? So this is an interesting reading, Libra risings, okay? You have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're getting a new beginning, and you have all the new beginning cards, honestly. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is like things to turn into favor. The Fool card, like hello, that's literally the zero card, okay? You it's interesting though, because like even though it's a new beginning, you're it's not like you're starting off brand spanking new like a baby and you don't know where you're at. You actually have a lot of knowledge. You're the Hierophant in your first card, Judgment. So people are in the Justice card. People are like trusting you with the information and the ideas that you have. You know, you may be a little disillusioned on how you speak and how you talk, which could be the reason why this opposing card here, the Seven of Pentacles, why you feel like you have to take things step by step. But overall, though, like it seems like you're in just complete planning mode, and you're working with the universal consciousness and unconsciousness to get the best benefit, so you can really make this Ace of Pentacles work for you. Really have this new beginning, and have this new beginning work out well for you. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed, Libra Risings. Um, First of all, I want to say that I do have a podcast called My Bed and Astrology. It's on most podcast platforms except for Tidal and Spotify, and I'm working on that. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, and all that good stuff on YouTube. And my social media is under my description box, okay? So I hope this resonates. This is going to be for July 2018. So you might not see what's really going on yet until July. I'm not trying to get more views, but I'm going to tell you what I do when it comes to other people's readings. I watch it in the beginning of the month, and I watch it in the middle of the month. Sometimes I even watch it at the end if it's short, because I can't deal with long videos, even though I'm giving you a long video. But like I watch it at least twice, because beginning of the month it kind of gears me up on what's going to happen, and in the middle of the month you can see like, oh, this happened already, it's happening right now, and I can kind of change the energies and make it work in my favor. You know what I mean? So, and not don't just do this with me, do this with any reader that you resonate with. Watch the stuff, watch the video energy coming in. That's going to be a little hard to change, but if you want to change, you can another cardinal sign, and then you squaring Saturn and Pluto. Like I think this heavy energy is coming through. It's a karmic situation, and that's why you're having all these karmic cards coming through, okay? Much love, Libra Risings. I wish you the best. Happy July 4th, and have a lovely July, okay? Peace.